Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choirboyz Outdoors. Let's see what we got coming up rendition. It's a raining outside rendition. Putting the picture in the background, that's me and Megatron 17 years ago tomorrow. Those are the flowers that I got for her. I have an amazing florist. I'm putting the flowers in the picture on purpose. Tomorrow, Megatron and I will have been married, I about said buried, 17 years. Baby, I love you. Happy anniversary. Looking forward to that. And I say this often, and I'll keep saying it. Without Megatron, there's no Choirboyz Outdoors. So you can thank her or blame her, either way you put it. But I am forever appreciative for her. So here's what we're going to do. Today, I was headed home, got off around 3:30 or 4. On my way home, it started flooding. Rained for 4 hours. So here's the thing. I got a bunch of new knives in. Some you've seen, but we're going to talk about them. Some I'm going to show you. We're going to cover a bunch of topics. This came in today from JR. Now, I've set a light up over here. I didn't want to do it like in front of the green screen. Like I said, again, I wanted the picture and stuff behind me. But I'm going to show you these. This is the Spartan KBar in Magna Cut. I'm going to lead off with it. Now, I have always loved the way a KBar looks. It started off originally as a hunting knife. Now, everybody on the planet calls this a KBar, except Joe, who, to the owner of said company, called it KBar. A sheet is one thing, but calling it KBar is another. We quickly corrected that and apologized profusely. This was not made by KBar, though. This was made by Spartan. Here's the interesting thing. If you watch the interview with Curtis Iavito the other day on Blade Talk with Scab and Joe, you know that KBar is in partnership with Spartan. They own a percentage of the company, just the way it is. So when Spartan put out their version of the KBar, and guys, I am drawing a blank on what model they call this. It's their standard fighting knife. I was intrigued. I love Spartan blades. I love their Cerakote or PVD coating, whatever this one is. I'll have to look. I literally pulled it out of the box, did a short, and started this review. There will be a hard use review with this. Two reasons. One, it's in Magna Cut. Now, Curtis said on our live, he said that they do like 61 or 62 to 63, and then he said, listen, it's a range. And here's the thing. I've already seen it on Reddit. Well, the owner said, even though it, shut up. We're going to test it. Let's see. That's why I'll never be in that part of the community. I can't do the nerd shit. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's wrong. And you don't either. The man said it's in a range. And you know why guys say that? You know why they say it's in a range? One, there's a lot of things they don't want everybody to know that are, the way they do their stuff. Two, they know whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. So I said all that to say I'm super excited. This one came from JR. Dude, thank you so much. JR actually bought this during the live. Does it matter? Does the HRC matter? Yes, it does on Magna Cut. It absolutely does. I'm not saying that it doesn't. I'm just saying let's test it out first. We jump on, see, everybody jumped on Medford, and what Medford was saying is, look, we're starting here because that's what I'm comfortable with, and then we're working up. See, everybody jumped on Medford up front, and then when he did his shit and did it correctly, it was crickets. A lot of things like that irritate me. We're going to talk about one thing that irritates the shit out of me that I cut out of my life today, but that's going to be at the end. Anyway, Spartan KBar, super excited about this one. Now, this is probably going to be about a 20-minute-er. I'm going to try to keep it to 15. That one's coming this weekend. Got a new one in this weekend. Jack Wolf's Knives, Benjamin Belkin, will be on Blade Talk. He and I hit it off. I mean, he's a bro. He and Donnie, he and Joe. Benjamin Belkin, the owner, CEO of Jack Wolf Knives, is a knife guy, and he was a super nice guy. We all vibed, man. He was just a really good dude. Now I'm going to kind of move the camera over a little bit again to give you a look. Donnie had the blue. I got the green. I love that gun stock. Let me see if I can get a better. I'm trying to give you all the best looks. This gun stock deep carry pocket clip. It's in S90V. We'll do a hard use review on it. The difference on this Jack Wolf is it's a frame lock. Where's the damn camera at? Right there. You see the lock up, deep carry pocket clip. The thing about these knives, man, now this is a front flipper. I suck at it. JB from Big Red EDC, shout out to JB, did his best to teach me. I just can't do it. But you see the action. Does that deter me? No, because this one, once you break it in, and I'm still working on this one, but it's got the great clip point. It's got two fullers, got jimping. This full review will be coming. And of course, with Jack Wolf knives, they send the can, which is dope. And here's the thing, I've said this before, a lot of times people don't care about the packaging, okay? I don't either. But if the knife matches the packaging like this one does, and I'm talking about quality, the artwork. I wanted to shout out, I believe it's Sean Tiffany. Dude does an amazing job. That's what I'm saying. They're a little more expensive, but they're worth every dime to me because it's an entire experience and the son of a bitch works. That's the big thing. As a matter of fact, I got my Feel Good Jack right here that's going, watch what I'm doing right here, seriously. Got my little leather pouch, kaboom, it's in there for the weekend. Now, these two are the knives, the debut knives, the KBar and Magna Cut, or the Spartan KBar and Magna Cut, the Jack Wolf and S90V. Super stoked about them. Now, I'm going to put this back in its container until I review it. That's kind of what I do. Moving on. I got a couple more knives from JR that I've got to review and get back to him. Now, video that's coming up in the morning. This is the Austral. Walter Matthews, who signed the back of it. And again, I'll give y'all better looks on this. I know the lighting's not great. El Salvador, this one's made by Condor, Austral. I actually asked my Argentinian brother-in-law to give me a pronunciation. You know, my southern accent, a lot of times I butcher things and things like that, but it's important to get the pronunciations. I saw this knife. Walter Matthews is one of the nicest guys on the planet. Dude was in the Chilean Special Forces for 21 years. He and Donnie vibed, man. You're going to hear that word and those terms through this whole thing. The guys that we met at Blade Show, Joe Flowers, Walter Matthews, on and on. But those guys specifically with Condor were just awesome guys. And again, this is the Austral. And thank you to my Austral. Thank you to my boy Luis, to El, my Argentinian brother-in-law, super dope. Right here, this is an absolutely gorgeous knife. Now this one I think was a little too small for Donnie's hands, but it's perfect for mine. Bushcrafting knife, sharpened swedge. Well, no, that's a false swedge, but it's got a nice swedge there. Pretty sharp, red liners, wood handle, lanyard hole. Absolutely love this knife. It fits good. Looks like a steak knife. Megatron and I are going to anniversary dinner tomorrow night. I may actually take this one with me to cut my steak up. I love it. I mean, I love everything because to me, as the channel's evolved and things like that, I have come to appreciate smaller blades more. I use them more. I just love them. Now, I'll always love my big knives. I'll always have a big knife near me. I got one near me now. But I just love these knives. And Walter killed this design, man. Got some jimping there. You know, that's jimping. You can pull some string through there. You can do some other things with that. I'm not going to say it. Because, see, I can't, like, you can take sinew and you can take things like that or move pots or do things like that. That's a skill set I need to build, like making rope, things like that. But that might be what that's for, because that's a little more than jimping. Give you a good look there. That's purpose driven there. And we'll talk about that in the video. But this is a Condor. I think it MSRP on it's $100. At Blade Show, I paid cash, got it for $40. damn good. The sheath is that, and I love Condor. You're going to see some things coming from Condor with me. You're going to see Donnie has a review of Warner Walters knives. Joe is doing a review, and I got your box over there. It'll be going out in the morning. Joe is doing one from Condor from Joe Flowers, and he's doing one from Julio Diaz. And as you know, both Joe and Julio designed for Work Tough Gear. So really excited about that. Moving on, and real quick, I'm gonna try to get these out as quick as we can. Where we at? 10 minutes. Let's try to cut it at 15. This is the Sylvanas. This one's dropping tonight. I know this video's late. This one's designed by Isaac Thiel. Mr. Vic does KBar better than anybody I know. Now here's the deal. I like recurves, okay? I get asked a lot about sharpening. Everybody knows I'm a horrendous whetstone sharpener, and if the knife is in terrible shape, I send it to DJ. But for something like this, I use my work sharp with my polishing belt, and I freehand just to keep it touched up. And like I said, if it's just dicked up, I'll send it to DJ. But guys, I do more stropping and maintaining. I've probably got 10 different strops. I believe in stropping and maintaining the knife. I really do. It adds to the life of the knife. Blade maintenance is something I don't cover enough, and I need to. Because people are like, Scab, how do you keep them so sharp? One, and this is just honest. Let's just be honest. I have so many knives at this point, guys. I try to rotate them. It keeps them fresh. But after every use, I may not wipe them down and polish them. I work 60 hours a week and got a 2-hour commute. So I'm gone from the house 72 hours a week. I wished I had the time to use one to polish it and look. Plus, I don't give a shit. I keep the rust off. I keep it maintained. Anyway, I keep it sharp by stropping, maintaining, using the work sharp. I'm learning that whetstone. I'm going to get that whetstone. This is a pot lifter thing for sure, but you can always, again, pull sinew through there, make rope. This is multifaceted. I've got to learn to do that stuff. A lot of times I'll say, well, it's a pot handle, and somebody will say, well, Scab, you can do, and you're right. But I want to learn to do it before I start mentioning it. This channel is as much about me learning as it is anything. 90-degree spine. These are dropping now. As you're watching this video, these are dropping on the Work Tough Gear website. I say all the time I'm not the QVC, but I also get bombarded a lot with, they're never in stock. They are right now. Go over there and get one. Green liners. Isaac Thiel, the Night Hunter, he designed that. And guys, I just kind of like that. I do like that a lot. I really do. Good looking knife. It's a Work Tough Gear, so you know it's solid. We're going to move through a couple more. Now, I showed you some knives Rusty Knife Lover sent for me to check out. Shout out to Rusty. Bubba, I hope you're doing well. Hope your health is holding in there. You're in my thoughts and my prayers. That's a fact. Rusty sent me some knives to check out. I showed y'all. Here's the one I didn't show y'all. A video is coming. Now, Billy Ford from Apex Alchemy sent 2 knives. I've showed you those. So I've got to do a review on those. Then I'm going to mix in Rusty's knives. This is the Tagged Out by Benchmade. Pretty excited about this knife. CPM 154. It's very light. I'm pretty excited because I don't have many Benchmade reviews. I just don't. Nothing against them really. I like Siebert's design. I like the Adamas. I like that. But you won't see a lot of Benchmade on the channel. So Rusty, thank you, man. Tagged Out, super. It's really light. I love 154 and I love CPM 154. This is CPM 154. I know it's 2 different steels, but I absolutely adored it. It's a clip point. It's just light as shit. I keep saying that because it's ridiculous. Button lock, I can't remember the name of it. That's one of the beauties you get here at Choirboyz Outdoors. That may be why people get aggravated with me. But this one's coming. So my thing is I'm going to mix in Rusty's with Billy's. Then everything is going to Apex Alchemy. Shout out to Apex Alchemy. Shout out to Brothers of the Knives, Salty Red Corn. Shout out to Big J's Knives. Shout out to whoever I come to next. All right, so I've showed you those. I want to show you this Dagger again. I'm a big Dagger fan. I have my Dagger Vendetta. Y'all know I love that knife. This is the one, the Veron. This one's from Rusty. Now, I know I showed you, but I'm going to show you again. I like this knife. Okay? Love it. So, a lot's coming up. A lot's going to come up. We got a lot going on. I'm going to open... I've said it, practicing it. I've said it and said it and said it. We're going to open... I'm just drawing a blank, man. It's been one of them days. I'm gonna do the review for this in the morning. I'm gonna post it. Now, once Megatron gets up, we're gonna kind of have our anniversary day. So I hope, and then Sunday we're gonna visit with my grandson. So I'm going to bang out quite a few videos. I've got to do a Patreon video this weekend. Probably do one on the water. That being said, I do have a Patreon. I do have a YouTube membership, and thank you to each and every person who is in the choir. I do my dead level best to do a little bit of a different video for you. I understand that I've had comments, man, we didn't get the video. Every week, if it's not Sunday, it's Monday, I post a video. It's not better. I'm not saying that. It's different, and we try to give you a little bit more behind the scenes. We try to have some fun with it. And to everyone in the choir, thank you. Quick update. I talked to several people today about the knife making challenge. I had said we're going to make that announcement on June 23rd. All right, June 23rd is 2 weeks from now. That is the 3-year anniversary of this channel. I'm not making the announcement to go until the details are in place. This is going to be a game changer. Here's what we're going to do. Here's kind of what I've decided, and I'm starting to bring in a lot of people on this, okay? Because I want it to be good. I want it to be good. We're going to have you have to make the knife category. That's going to be a category. I'm working on a prize for you. I hope we get entries from everywhere. Everybody's welcome. Everybody, please don't let that deter you. If you want to make a knife, I give you my word, we will be the fairest review. That means I'm going to have a structured set of reviews for those entries. Already thought about that. Talked to Don Moore Kramer today. Here's what we're beating around. We're thinking about doing a design category where it's design only. You send in your design. Now, we'll put together a panel of reputable people to judge that design. See, that's what I'm saying. This thing's taking on a life of its own. We're looking at getting sponsorships. We're looking at really building it up. It will be the first annual Choirboyz Outdoors knife making / design challenge. I always do this. I always come up with a really good idea, and then I half-ass do it for whatever reason. I want this to be life-changing for the winners. Don Moore Kramer has said, if we do a design challenge, if your design wins, you will be listed and become a designer for Carnivora. Depending on your design, depending on what it is, you will either enter, like you can enter apprenticeship as a designer, or become a designer and possibly do a limited run of your knife. That's a possibility. I'm just throwing out ideas. I'm going to try to keep you guys posted. It keeps me accountable. All that. Last thing. I lost my temper today. I'm human. Pissed me off. You may see some screenshots of things I've said. First and foremost, yeah, I said them. Minimum. Okay? I stand by what I say 100% of the time. I don't regret what I say. I'm not calling the person out. I'm not giving them credit. I've blocked them. I've unsubscribed. I want nothing to do with them. But understand me, I don't regret what I say. I regret that I said it. Here's what I'm saying. I regret that I bit. When you guys hear me talk about trolls and flipping people off, that's play. I legit lost my temper today. I'm not sorry for it. Not going to be sorry for it. You know, I have stood up for the past 6 months to a year for a troll. and it bit me in the ass. I was wrong in that. I was wrong for biting and taking the bait. But I do want you to know, if you see it, I said it. I meant it. There was a lot more I was going to say, but I'm not. I'm going to leave it there. The thing is that, and somebody, and they'll lose, Scab, just don't let them, it bother me an ounce. It really don't. I was wrong in my response. I wished I would have been more measured. Wasn't. Human. It is what it is. So, I wanted to put that out there. I don't like leaving things unaddressed or things like that, or, you know, whatever. It's neither here nor there. Has nothing, no bearing on this channel whatsoever. We move forward. We go forward. If you have ideas for the night, and I've had people ask, Gab, if I have one made, well, no. And here's why. Going back to the knife challenge, I'm jumping around here. If you had a knife made by a professional knife maker, do me a favor. Send in that design. Let's enter the design. And please, I'm begging you guys, let's blow this thing up. When I do the official announcement, I'm actually going to ask everyone to help me market it, because I want this to be game-changing, life-changing for whoever wins. Hell, if we get enough, I'm going to shut up. I'm just, in my head, I'm thinking, dude, if we get 100, 200, 300 designs coming in, we might do a top 3 or 4 or 5. These are things that I want this channel to do, that we can help people actually do something. The knife making challenge, it's going to be cool. I don't care where your skill set's at. I don't care. I want everybody to enter it. Let's have fun with it. Let's enjoy it. If you have suggestions for it, put them in the comments. Man, listen, I love y'all. God knows I do. God bless y'all. I hope he does. I'm Scab. You're not. Happy 17 years, baby. I'm gone, son. Love y'all. Let's go. I just walked around back so I could turn it off.